Hello! Hello, hello, hello. I'm just getting set up here, so bear with me. This is only my second live stream, and I'm trying with the phone this time. Hey, Loki! Remy says hi, and he's gonna take down the camera, too. I'm just getting set up. I'm trying with the phone this time. I tried with the webcam last time. Remy, stop. Thank you. That's your power, Remy. Oh, you're just gonna lay down right there? Oh my god. Still with me, Loki? Okay. I think this will work. Except I can't see... Remy. I could smoke a bowl and he'd go away, but you know, he's so cute. You're so cute. It's weird, on the website it says I'm offline. But I'm online. But I'm offline. Oh well. So you wanted to do a Q&A, Loki? I'll tell you anything, you just ask me. Hey, Susie, how you doing? We're just chilling here with Remy. And I'm trying to get my website worked out so that I can see the comments and the camera, because last time I couldn't see both. This is really interesting, I'm sure. Okay. Well, this is Remy. If you haven't met Remy, I don't know how, but this is Remy. And this is what he does. Oh, I worked at Cirque du Soleil. Is that what you mean? They do all the circus stuff, the acrobatics. It's from Montreal. They travel the world with the different shows. The show I worked for was called Alegria. And I actually got to see the show in Portland because they gave us all staff packages, which was pretty sweet because it's actually done in a circus tent, and it only seats a certain amount of people, so it's pretty expensive to go if you're paying for it by yourself. And it's like $150, $75 a ticket. It's crazy, but it's amazing what those acrobats can do. And what I did for the show was I cooked for them, and mostly what I did was the cold food table, and like their juices and stuff, the prep for all their juices. Like, we'd have to peel 50 pounds of carrots every day for their carrot juicing habits. Yeah, it's pretty. But I got rid of Remy, so I'm gonna pack a bowl now. On my little OG here. Oh, nice. Yoga. I do home yoga, but I'm not really fit enough to do the classes. Always thinking. I got the shakes pretty bad today, so I'm hoping that I don't spill this everywhere. Because you don't want to see me cry on live cam. This is working much better than the webcam. Webcam was kind of... Well, it was only like regular aspect ratio, but I guess this is too. Yeah, it was lagging really bad on the computer. And I had 2 programs running, so when I ended it, I didn't know that I had to end the program on the stream. Like, it had a separate program to activate the stream, and then the YouTube. And I left it running for like 20 minutes afterwards. I probably like picked my nose or my ass or something. It was terrible. I was so embarrassed. Like, something so stupid. But I was ripped after that session. Like, I couldn't, you know. Oh, my name is Heather. Or H-Bomb is what they called me in the kitchen. A little explosive. You're an MS Warrior too, right, Susie? No, that's the F-bomb. I don't know when I got that name. It happened after I started working in a kitchen, though. Oh, wow. Well, my mom, as you probably know if you watch my channel, had a brain tumor, so I'm well aware of all the side effects of brain injury and trauma. And that's just not fun at all, to put it lightly. I mean, that sounds really insensitive to say, I'm sorry. But you have my... It's awesome. Keep doing. See, I don't know. I just make these videos and I hope that I reach people like me. And it's just awesome that that's happening. Because I didn't think that there was many of us in community, and there's so many of us weedy people in the chronic illness community, and we don't get to seem to connect as much. Oh, so is it by the ear then? My mom had a glioblastoma in the frontal lobe, and it was the size of a lemon when they took it out. A lemon. I just think, was it a little lemon? And they said no. And, you know, they don't even know how long it would have been there. That's what's crazy about brain trauma. You can live for years with nothing, and then something activates, and it's strange. The body is a strange place. Hey, you guys like my duct tape chair here? This is classy shit. Holy cow! So is that considered a familial illness then? Like, emphysema runs in my family. Is brain tumors run in your family? Is that what they're saying there? I think I'm lagging out. So Loki, I got your email, but I'm a little bit confused and also kind of in a situation. Oh my goodness. And your hearing's okay after the surgery? Everything's good? No hearing. Oh wow. How is it hard to get used to? Like, I mean, obviously it's hard to get used to, but like, did you find yourself adjusting with your balance different? Was that kind of stuff different? Yeah, the MS really kicks my ass with the balance. Like, I can't even put pants on without sitting down. It's like terrible. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Like, it's, it's your sense of assurance in this world. It's the one thing you can count on is your balance. And when that fails, it's like, I hate asking for help. Like, I hate it. And it's like, Nicole used to always offer her hand to me when I was walking by to steady me. And I used to get really annoyed by that because I didn't want the help, I didn't need the help, and now I need the help. And I ask for the help. And it's hard, but I appreciate it. And I don't know where I was going with this. I'm kind of stoned and I'm just rambling, but I guess when we discover we're infallible, we're not infallible, that we are fallible. Asking for help doesn't seem like the biggest thing in the world anymore. And the people that are already there want to help. So, I mean, I really hope you have an awesome support system. It sounds like you have a really good one. Yeah. So do people like accidentally exclude you from conversations and stuff because they don't realize you can't hear on that side, or they're not talking loud enough for you? And ignorance in any illness, chronic illness, any illness, it's so prevalent and so unapologetic. It's like they don't even care that this could be them in 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, next month. Like, they don't know that. Pardon me, my baby lungs. Sorry for that really weird humming noise. As soon as I hit go live, they turned on the pump for the old generator and they're charging it, and it'll go off soon. I fucking hope. Because if you can't hear it, it's driving me nuts. And I'm sorry that I'm talking about hearing when you're talking about hearing. Susie, I didn't mean to disrespect you that way. I can't imagine going through what you're going through, you know, even knowing what I go through. And it's like, we all have our own battles, and it's funny. It's not funny. It's nice that they seem to kind of overlap. And we can understand, maybe just for a bit, maybe just for a tiny second, what the other person is going through. And the human condition is complicated, and, you know, if we can all just understand a little more. I'll smoke to that. Cheers, everybody. I hope you're smoking. I'm like, I'm so happy you're here, Susie. I'm so glad I got a chance to talk to you. It was nice seeing you at Jane's live tweet. And what do you call it? I'm calling it live tweeting now. It is. Compassion is, you know... Compassion is so fleeting, too. Sometimes it's just there and then it's gone, you know? Like, you thought you got through and then you're back to where you started, and that's... I just started my channel last July, actually. So I'm not too far off. I had another channel for like fan vids and stuff that I had on YouTube for a long time, but I don't really post there anymore. But I haven't had a personality channel until July. Let me see. I'm gonna check something. No, it did not like that. Oh, yeah. Drama's everywhere. YouTube is the quintessential high school. You got everyone represented in that you saw in high school. At least that's how I see it. And that's how it was when I was in high school, so... And I don't like to remember that time. Thank you, Susie. That's so nice to hear, and I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna do my best to keep up with you guys and not give up, so... But I'll be celebrating my 1-year anniversary soon, so I'm definitely not giving up anytime soon. Alright, somebody else asked me another question because there we go. Enjoy that yoga, Susie. Be well, buddy. Thank you. I promise we'll make more videos soon. We just had a quiet weekend. I have to pack another. Because these shakes are not going away. So Loki was saying about your package. The problem is, Loki, is that I have it all packaged up and ready to go, and I was gonna send it, and then I got your message, and I wanted to talk to you because I'm pretty sure that it's not illegal. Number one, and number two, I say that because I've bought pipes from Georgia before to Canada, and I've bought other things through the States to the Canada, and most of them are labeled art glass, and there's no trouble ever with art glass. And this piece really does look like art, so I don't really think it's an issue. What do you think? You still with me, Loki? Yeah. No, I really want you to have it too. Like, I mean, I'd be more than willing to send it to somebody else, but I don't really have any extra cash right at this second to get another envelope and do that thing. And I literally, it's right here. So, like, it's packed good too. Like, it barely fit in that bubbler. Made myself a little K2 CBD mix. Gets you flying pretty high. Yeah, you know, if you want to do an unboxing, that would be rad too. I would totally feature that on my channel if you wanted to do that, and or if you don't do that, if you don't do videos, I get that too. I totally understand, and you are not obligated at all to do that. I was just throwing it out there. So, I didn't finish telling you about my Cirque du Soleil. Like, I have so many Cirque du Soleil stories, Loki. So I used to do the cold table, but then I used to help prep for the breakfast and for the dinners. I was there usually from 4 to 12. And, yeah, you kind of get over it after a while, you know, but in the beginning it's nerve-wracking. You're not lying about that. So I like worked a mid shift, I guess you would call that. Come in the afternoon and work through the dinner shift. Sometimes I would work the morning shift, but that was very rare because one of the guys kept bogarting all the shifts. For like 6 weeks, he worked the morning shift. out of like an 8-week run. But I'm not bitter about that. No, so but I would have to take the leftovers and make the leftovers into salads, like rice salads. And I never heard of a rice salad before until I worked at Cirque du Soleil, but apparently it's a thing. I think it's a pretty gross thing if you ask me. Cold rice is revolting. Except for like rice pudding, that's different, but that's served warm usually, and I don't like cold jelly, like, no. um, so I worked with 3 French chefs, a chef from Singapore, a chef from Thailand, a British chef, and that might be it. I think I'm forgetting somebody. I think there might be an American. But I worked with all of them when I was right out of culinary school. So I learned so much. Like, we made empanadas for the final shows and stuff. We did tapas. So we made empanadas from scratch, and like 4 different kinds, and so we made the fillings, and then we stuffed them all, and then we fried them all, and the funniest thing though, people ask me what I remember the most about working at Cirque du Soleil, and it wasn't any of that stuff. It was the one time that I went to the washroom, which was like, to understand what Cirque du Soleil is, like a camp in the middle of a field, basically, with a giant big top, and then like little semi-trailers that are detached, and they're like offices and the mess hall and that sort of thing. So it's like a little village in the middle of nowhere, but there's no street lights, nothing, except for within the little village. There's lights between the buildings, and it was dark. It was like pitch black, but there were lights. And I was going to the washroom, which was like a porta potty, but it was like a semi-trailer porta potty. And so I walk around the corner, walk down the steps from the dining hall and around the corner, and there's about 8 friggin' mimes sitting there on the steps to the porta potties, smoking. It was the most surreal thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It was like I was watching a movie and this weird shit just happened in front of me. And like I just remember that image just in my head forever. Oh, I missed that last part, but I'll catch it when you talk again, I guess. Yeah, it was such a great experience. I didn't have a negative thing to say about that. They were so gracious and so Canadian. Like, I didn't really understand what it was I was kind of an asshole American, and I didn't really get it. And I came to live here, and they used to just razz me, and it pissed me off even more, like that I was American in Canada, and they're all ganging up on me, and like, I'm not like those Americans, but I was, and then after a while I started being one of them, and they stopped razzing me, and I started to understand that was kind of their hazing. And then if you could get through that, it's like, hold on a second. And then I stopped razzing them for being Canadian, which is like being super polite, and that's basically it, being super polite. And oh my gosh, the buzzing finally stopped. Hallelujah. Uh, anyways, I don't remember what I was saying. Something about I'm having an MS moment. Hold on while the system reboots. um. Well, if you really want to hear the end of whatever I was saying, remind me what I was saying and I'll finish. If not, we can move on. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. So, you have more than one partner? Well, that's pretty awesome. What's her name? I had a couple of friends that had an arrangement similar as yours. Um, oh, pretty name, Serenity. Justin's a cool name too. Not pretty, but you know. That's really cool. I mean, love is love is love is love, and I ain't judging nobody, girl. So don't worry about nothing. And you know, f people who do, right? I'm feeling pretty good. I hit this last bowl with some CBDs and like, look at my shakes now. Still a little bit. That's like, it's been like maybe 10 minutes. That's crazy. So, do your partners smoke too? Because I bet that's rad to have like three people seshing all the time. Yeah, yeah, I bet in the South. I mean, at least are you near Atlanta? I can't remember what I wrote on the package. I mean, is it more progressive towards the bigger cities you get, or is it just scary as hell wherever you go? I knew a guy from the internet that he was a black dude and he lived in Atlanta, and he said like he didn't go out at night and shit. But then he moved to LA and he was kind of weird, so maybe that was just him. Because he said something about LA being full of weirdos too, and that's true. But different kind of weirdo. I think LA is pretty. I used to want to live in LA. My dad said, "Why would a nice girl like you want to live in a filthy place like that?" And that sums up my dad in one sentence. I don't even know where Talking Rock is. I'm just gonna be ignorant right now and say that I'm from Alaska, and the only states that I know geography in are Washington, Oregon, and a little bit of California. Most of California. Oh, dude, Santa Barbara. That was like my favorite soap opera. Oh my god. Like, it hurts, dude. I love that show. Like, it was really sad, really. I think, but you know. Are you too young to know what Santa Barbara is? The show? Oh, well. The older I get, the younger people around me get, it seems. But I guess that means I'm doing something right if I'm keeping up a little bit. Yeah, it's probably before your time. It was on when I watched it. When did I watch it? Late 80s, early 90s. Well, it started in the early 80s. Yeah. Or being called the dreaded millennial. I bet you love that, right? Do you count as a millennial? I'm Generation X or Y. I can't remember which. I'm gonna be 42 in September. Your peers. I haven't heard that word since like high school. We were just talking about high school. The YouTube high school. That, my friend, is rad. So, have you seen the Black Mirror episode this season? Season 2, I mean? There's 3. Season 3. Do you have Netflix? I haven't even watched them all. I just got to that episode, and I was like, that's it, I don't need to watch anymore. This one was good. I'm done. Because we never get the happy endings, you know? I haven't even watched Orange is the New Black, and that just came out this month, and everybody's binged it already, and somehow I'm not spoiled. Oh, 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 oh. Was it good? Oh, that's rad. See, never grow up. We're big kids. You know what I watch on? You're not gonna believe what I watch every night on Netflix. Every night. I'm not kidding you. Gem and the holograms. Yeah. If you don't know what Gem and the holograms is, and you want to be an '80s goth kid, get on it. That's awesome. See? You're my people. And we're hard to find, you know? Like, people that you connect with on a lot of levels. It's so hard to find. That's rad. I had, this is kind of a sad story, but I was a fat kid, as you can imagine. And the thing about the 80s was skin tight pants, right? So, what did I want more than anything? A pair of parachute pants. You know, the ones with all the zippers, and they're made out of, like, silk? But they're not really silk. They're made out of, like, rayon or some shit. I wanted a pair of the parachute pants, is what they were called. And, of course, I was always too heavy for them. And I can't remember. Somehow I got a pair. And I split them. That's my 80s wardrobe story. I was like, no, Mom, I'll lose some weight. Get me these pants, I promise. And then I put them on and split them. So what do you got planned for the rest of the day? Are you making pussy hats? Oh, check this out, Loki. This is a self-portrait I did. From a photo from a few years ago. Did that in watercolor. I worked on that this weekend. That was like that, and I did a nude of my wife. It's very Picasso-like. Legit cat ears. So are they going on like headbands, or and are you knitting them, crocheting them, stitching them? Actually, it looks like a Picasso. You want to see it? Oh, are you guys furries? You can say if you are. I have furry friends too. I myself am not, but I know people. So what's your animal? You're a kitten? Well, that's cute. So, is like Halloween your favorite um holiday? I'm just thinking black cat, kitten, and a bat. My best friend, by the way, her birthday is on Halloween. My best friend since like first grade. It's more fun, isn't it? Like you don't have all that pressure, like who's buying who what and all that BS. It's just all about having fun and dressing up and being a kid. Or getting into trouble being an adult. See, it's all the stuff that you do at Christmas, but without all the running around, like, and fretting. I think I'm gonna head out, Loki. I'm finished my bowls. I'm feeling pretty good, and I'm gonna capitalize on this time. But I'm so glad that we caught up together, and I'll try to do my live streams in the morning if that works for you. I'd love to see you around. Alright, great. Take care, everybody. Be well.